Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough. It's America's favorite golf podcast right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim, joined as I sometimes, usually, occasionally, almost always am, PGA of America member, Mr. John Gerber. And Gerb, you don't look like you're at your home studio today. What the heck is going on?
The first golf show of the fall season at our beautiful, brand new Columbus, Ohio studio. How about
Wow.
How about that?
That's impressive.
We are excited. It's very similar to Dallas, but not as small. I mean, not as big, but
right.
Manageable. And it is beautiful. I was, when you came up a couple weeks ago and we built this thing out, and I was going back south, and I just got here about 30 minutes ago, and I'm walking up the steps and I'm like, how bad did Tito wreck this place? How bad did he wreck
I was
place?
curious of the same thing.
And I walked in and it still smelled good and it still looked good. And I was so excited. We got a brand new camera, high state-of-the-art camera in here. And this is how it's supposed to be done. This is how the new fall season in the new Columbus, Ohio FanStream Sports Ohio studio. There's going to a winning week. I promise you. Promise everybody here for that it's going to be a winning week.
So I heard someone complaining when you were in there, whatever you were doing, complaining of the smell of onions, and you couldn't hear me, but I was yelling, check Tito's feet, because I'm sure that had something to do with it.
It had to. He hasn't been wearing. He hasn't been wearing shoes and socks. So that could be it. That could be it. And I made myself a beverage to inaugurate the FanStream Sports Studio.
I also have a beverage.
All right, that's just how we do it.
I'm drinking the rest of your bottle of Dripping Springs here in the studio.
You can't say Dripping Springs. You know I love me some Dripping Springs.
Well,
and look at the
Tomstown. I'm out of Tomstown, so
we can fix that real quick. James Allnut, we got to get you. We need some more Tomstown from our great sponsors, Tomstown in Kansas City. But look at that mug. That's the greatest way to hide that Tomstown is in the new FanStream Sports coffee mug.
So let's see. Let's show the fans here because we got all these new toys here in the studio.
Yes, look at that.
How do you like that? Right. Oh, you got to go down. Right there. Look at that.
Beautiful.
And then how about right there?
How did you get that balance on the little Wii computer there?
Well, it ain't a little Wii computer. It's a Mac Mini. So
okay, well, Mini Wii, same thing. You know. And to let everybody know, I know you've said this on the JP show a bunch. I'm sure that we just launched our brand new FanStream Sports website.
That's right.
And we will be putting all the merch on the FanStream Sports site for you guys to purchase. We're not going to kill you in price. We're not here to make money on the merch. We just want you guys to represent it straight to your door. We got coffee mugs and tumblers and hats and quarter zips and hoodies and
how about that right there?
Tour towels, tumblers. I mean, T-shirts. So we are excited to. Look at that. That is just beautiful.
That's almost as purty as I am.
Well, that's just, I think the tumbler's a little better, but excited about it. So please check out our FanStream Sports, new FanStream Sports website, and just let us know how we did.
Yeah. And look, we're not just podcasts anymore. We've got tons of original written content, digital content on all three of the networks, Tampa Bay, Ohio, and Dallas, covering the Cowboys, covering the Buccaneers, covering the Browns and the Bengals, covering the Cavs, the Reds, of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes, covering the Blue Jackets. If anybody cares, I'm not so sure about that, to be honest with you.
Some people, they do here in Columbus. They care.
All right. Well, I hope so. But yeah, support your local hockey team for sure. But yeah. We are your number one source for breaking news for all of your local sports teams at fanstreamsports.com. You'll see a little tab up at the top. It'll say Tampa Bay, it'll say Ohio, and it'll say Dallas. Take your pick. And then you can go to our YouTube channel from the local regional station or from the local regional pages. You can check out whatever you want 24/7. It's the latest, greatest new FanStream Sports toy, and we're very, very proud of it. We will have all the merch up there for you, thusly, as soon as we can do that.
As soon as
I
we
can
have
do
here
it.
in Columbus that you don't have in Dallas.
The ice maker.
The ice maker.
You know what? I'll trade that ice maker because I have an ice thing in my fridge. I'll trade that for the Jaeger machine that I have that y'all don't.
Well, we do have a fireball.
Christopher Cole says, "Afternoon, peeps." Hello, Christopher.
Hey, Chris.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, brother. Yeah, we got a fireball machine in here. How about that? Coming.
No, you don't.
Coming. It's delivered here on Friday. How about
I'll
that?
believe it when I see it. Because
It
my Jaeger machine can have fireball in it.
It is, but we're not cross branding. We're not doing that.
Oh, I'm gonna.
No,
I'll
you
put
will
vodka
not.
in it. You can't tell the difference because you won't drink it.
Yeah, that's true. But we are not doing that. We are not doing that.
All right, well then I'm gonna need a Tawaka machine and a fireball machine. I'll put it on the requisition form.
Anything else? Anything else? Wish list. Christmas is coming up.
Keg, the Miller Lite keg's almost empty too. So you might as well.
Yeah, that. How about I make you a deal? If you get the kegs working,
Well, I don't know if it's working until I get one.
well, we've been trying to get one for how long now? You
A
just
year?
can't go to. There's 17,000 liquor stores right by
they
the
charge
studio in
so
Dallas.
much a year though, it's ridiculous, man.
What?
They charge so much for a keg. When I used to go buy a half
You're
keg,
paying for it. Like
Well,
you're paying for it.
when I used to go buy one, they were like $40, and now they want like $140.
Well, that's the deposit, and then you get the.
Well, you don't get it back.
Yes, when you take the keg back, if
Well,
you
then you're
decide not
getting
to have a
another one,
keg
though.
anymore, listen, we're going to argue about this the whole show. Listen, we've had that kegerator in there for a year and a half, and all thing I've asked you is, please go get the keg fixed and get a keg in there. Oh, I got it. I will do it.
I did have it once, and it was too much. I didn't want to buy it. It was too much money.
Like you got to pay for it.
I had to pay for it at the time.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, please.
I couldn't be without. Well, that's just gas money sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not Revel money or anything.
We haven't done it. Golf has been off for a couple of weeks, so we have to get it all in, right? We got to bicker and get it all in for everybody. So welcome to the fall season. Our bickering never stops between us. We haven't seen each other in person since Columbus, so and I haven't been to Dallas for a minute. So we got to get it in, guys.
And we never talk on the phone or text.
Never.
Except for when Johnny starts losing during football season. I start getting all these nasty drunk texts from him.
The football season just started, and I did well last week, so you haven't got anything yet. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about college? How'd you do for college?
Football is generalized, NFL and college. It was great. It was a great start to the year. It's only downhill from here, but it is great. And that's why I need y'all to buy some merch so I can continue my.
Did you have USF over Florida?
I did. I
college football talk on the.
I didn't have them outright, but I took those 18.5 points.
Yeah, you should have. That was a sure thing right there.
Well, there's not a sure thing.
That was a sure thing. I called Ohio State over Texas in the first game in week 1.
Yeah, way to go out on a limb there.
And I called Florida State over Alabama outright.
Yeah, see, I know how you work. I know how you work because you called you called Ohio State over Texas on the Ohio State show, and then called Texas over Ohio State on the Texas show. So I know how you work. I know how you.
I got to cater to your audience, man. That's part of the job.
Yeah, I'm not. I know better than that.
I was not about to go on my Texas Longhorns Daily Blitz here in Dallas and go, sorry, y'all, the Buckeyes are going to wipe the floor with the Longhorns.
Okay, well,
and even though the score was 14-7, they pretty much wiped the floor with the Longhorns. But I'm not going to say that on the Longhorns show. Coming from an Aggie,
anytime you can step on the great University of Texas, you're going to do it.
Every time.
I know you are. You're going to do it.
It's just like I'm not on the JP show. When I talk about the Bucks, I don't say, man, the Falcons are going to cream the Bucks in week 1, you guys. I'm really sorry.
But you do on the Atlanta show. You'd say
I do not do an Atlanta show.
Okay. Yeah,
that ain't happening. I've become a Bucks lover for that show.
I know. It's, you know what? It's hard.
It's because of Baker. I love Baker.
It is easy. You've loved Baker for a long time. It is easy. Easy maybe not be the right word, but it's pretty easy to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan.
Sure.
It really is. I mean,
except for the Brady years.
You know what's not to be a fan of? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, wow, Tom Brady's great.
Oh my God, Spoken like
great.
a true Tom Brady fan.
I'm a big Tom Brady fan.
Sure you are.
I just like winners. I like winners. I like people who like to win. I like people who like to win.
All right. Since 2020, what's he won?
He's been retired.
Okay.
I'll tell you what he's won.
He's losing in marriage. He's losing in his announcing job. He's just
losing his announcing job. He's won in life.
His crypto company.
He did get. That was rough. But
sorry, Tom.
Hey, sometimes 90% is pretty damn good. 90% is pretty good. Yeah,
I wouldn't know. I'm not 90% on anything.
I know.
Effort, intelligence, nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Boys and girls, we are not here to talk about Tom Brady or Florida State or Alabama or Ohio State or the Longhorns, maybe the Aggies later. But we are here to talk golf again, and we haven't done it in a couple of weeks because there hasn't really been anything to talk about. The last show we did was after the Euros announced their captain's picks. We did a show then that did very, very well. We appreciate everybody that tuned into that.
Thank you.
And watch that on all three stations. By the way, the golf show goes to the Dallas YouTube, it goes to the Ohio YouTube, and it goes to the Tampa Bay YouTube. So you can find it anywhere. And then later that same day, later on Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts, the podcast version goes out. If you don't want to watch the video and see this beautiful face, you can just listen to the audio portion. It's usually up about an hour after the show ends, usually around 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. So just go find the podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you go. We are here, though, to talk about the 2025 Procore Championship as the U.S. prepares for the Ryder Cup out in sunny Napa, California, the North Course at Silverado. It is the stable par 72, Johnny, which I like.
You do?
Just short of 7,200 yards with a $6 million purse. There is still money to be made even after Tommy Fleetwood was named your tour champion. By the way, has that sunk in yet? Tommy Fleetwood was your tour champion?
It's hard to say, right? I mean, it's the first time you've ever said it.
Yeah.
Tommy Fleetwood is a champion on the PGA Tour. So
yeah.
So that's very tough. But there still is a lot of, if you look, 10 of the 12 guys on the U.S. team is playing this week.
Yep.
And 11 of the 12 are playing over in Europe for the BMW Championship. But there's still a lot to play for a lot of these guys who still trying to keep their card for 2026. So, you're going to see some guys that are right there in that 120, 125 little range that are still, there's still stuff to play for a lot of these guys. Just because you don't hear the names of the guys that are playing the Ryder Cup, there's a lot to play for here, guys. And it's a great venue. It's a great tournament to go play. Some of these guys will use it so that's firmly secure of their keeping their PGA card, even though they're not playing in the Ryder Cup. It's a fun week for a lot of these guys who like to drink that red stuff up there or the white stuff or whatever kind of wine you like. So, to be honest with you, that you might not think that's correct, but it goes into our picks, guys who like to have fun. And that's just
Johnny Vegas.
That's no, the wine is not really his deal. The Chiquitas are.
Yeah, well, the women who drink the wine that's in Napa, those are his deal. And
it's
that
not
counts.
Northern California. Napa is not known for its great variety of females. Now,
well, no, but they're visiting the wineries, though.
Yeah, but not all the time.
I've never been there. I don't know anything about women. I've only been married 3 times. What the hell do I know?
Exactly. That's very true. That's That's the smartest thing I've ever heard you say. You don't know anything about women. Thank you for finally admitting that. Thank you.
A lot about women, y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yes, as Johnny mentioned, there are basically two groups of players here. The first group are those looking to secure their full-time status on the PGA Tour in 2026, as those within the top 100 of the FedEx Cup standings by the end of the fall season will maintain their playing privileges, while those outside will not. Numbers 51 through 60 in the FedEx Cup standings carrying over from the 2025 season will qualify for the first 2 signature events in 2026. While those players jockeying for position, the United States Ryder Cup team will enter the conversation with 10 of the 12 players, as Johnny said, on Captain Keegan Bradley's squad slated to play in the FedEx Cup fall opener. Only Bryson with Liv and Xander, who I guess his wife just had a new baby. And I'm sorry, Xander, I was out of town that weekend. Don't look at me. Don't come looking for the dad in my direction. I was out of town that weekend.
Man, he'll whoop your ass.
He wished. Now his dad might. I'm being more afraid of his dad than him.
You don't think his dad taught him how to fight?
No, Xander's a little wuss. Give me a break.
Write that down.
You scared of somebody named Xander?
Wait till he comes to Colonial. He's going to listen to the show. He's going to whoop your ass.
Somebody will tell him. I'm sure Max will tell him.
Max who?
Max Homa.
Oh,
Max listens to every show.
He does listen to every show. We appreciate that,
man. So Bryson and Xander will not be teeing it up. They're the only two. Here, just what are we, 2 weeks out from the Ryder Cup? Scotty Scheffler is making his Procore championship debut this week, and why he's doing that is beyond me. But I guess he wants $6 million more, right? Because he's by far your favorite. We'll get into favorites in a little bit.
No, they want to stay.
Need the money. He must need the money. Something's wrong, John.
Well, he wants to stay competitively sharp. You know, Scotty's got a type of game. He has to play a lot, and he likes to play a lot. And they're going to mess around with some pairings. You don't be surprised that when you see a lot of the Ryder Cup team guys playing together, right, for the tournament. Yeah. So you're going to see some of that. And I know next week they're going to take a trip to New York and really kind of get that preparation for that. But don't be surprised that you'll see a lot of these guys who are playing the Ryder Cup that are paired together just to see how they mesh. I mean, most of these guys know each other, but you're going to see some of those really good pairings. And hey, this might be with Scotty Scheffler, this might be a week that he enjoys a little bit. He likes if he likes the wine. I don't really know if he does or doesn't. I don't know if he's a big boozer. I don't
know if he drinks.
You know my theory. If you don't drink, I don't trust you. So
exactly.
And that's a guy certainly who I trust a lot.
Scotty Scheffler.
We trust him a lot.
We trust him a lot.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I'm saying.
If you know, you know.
You know what I'm saying.
So Scotty has not played in a fall event going back to 2022, the last season before the tour went to the full year calendar schedule. Of course, winning in 2025 for 5 times. He's going to look to pick up where he left off amid a top 10 streak that stretches back to the Players' Championship way back in March. Joining Scotty Scheffler will be Ryder Cup teammates Russell Henley, J.J. Spahn, and Harris English, who all automatically qualified for the U.S. team. Meanwhile, captain selections like Johnny's favorite PGA player ever, Colin Morikawa, and Justin Thomas, may have a few more eyes on them given their dip in form to end the 2025 season and the importance for their play for the American side at Bethpage Black. I will be paying. Look, I trust Justin Thomas in international play in the Ryder Cup. I am not worried about Justin Thomas ever because he showed me in 2023, coming off maybe his worst season ever as a pro, he can turn it on for the Ryder Cup.
And I told you he was going to do that.
You
too.
Did. I said he shouldn't even be on the team. And you're like, oh, no, trust me.
You were dog cussing him. There's no way he should be a captain's pick. There's no way. I said, listen, trust me when I tell you this. He is going to thrive in this scenario, no matter what type of year. This is his deal. He gets pumped up for it no matter how bad of a year he had. And I think that Ryder Cup, and we talked about, look how good of a year he had after that with that success in the Ryder Cup that kind of propelled him for a great year and kind of getting out of his slump, right? I mean, that was just something that gave him a lot of confidence. And I love it. I think Justin Thomas is kind of took that. I don't want to say Captain America because I hate saying that because it was always referred to as for Patrick Reed.
Yeah.
But he certainly is the stalwart and the leader and the emotional leader of that team. And I don't want to jump into so much Ryder Cup talk. I know it's difficult not to just because it's so exciting and it's coming up.
So close.
We loved it. I mean, we just doing the preview show. I just think you're going to see another great performance from Justin Thomas. And this is a week that he's, don't be surprised if he plays well.
Yeah. But the guy I will be paying attention to is Colin Morikawa. Because if I don't see some good things from him heading into this thing, especially this week, dude, I'm going to be concerned for him.
It's going to be a little fool's gold if he does play that week because this golf course is completely opposite what they're going to be playing in Bethpage. So, does he want to get a little bit of confidence? I will tell you this: if he plays poorly, man, that's not a good sign.
No,
right?
and that's what I'm afraid of.
And if he plays well, that's not really a great sign either, because it doesn't tell me anything, because the golf course, what they're playing and then playing Bethpage, they're not comparable. So, man, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if they sit him out. Except for Sunday.
Man, I don't know. You gotta be careful. Well, it all depends on how he plays. I think this week, so we'll see. Others in the field include Californians like Maverick McNeely, former tournament champion Max Homa, amateur Jackson Coyven arrives in Napa fresh off a stellar Walker Cup performance for Team USA, and other studs like Michael Bjornson and Luke Clanton rounding out the stellar field down there in wine country. Again, it's just short of 7,200 yards. It's Napa. The weather's going to be great. Johnny,
ball flies forever.
Yeah, what kind of golf for what kind of game is going to this course be suited for this week?
Yeah, you don't have to be a long hitter. The golf ball is going to fly forever. You have a lot of elevation. It's one of those typical Northern California golf courses. It's pretty tight off the tee. You're going to be playing Poana greens. So, you can get bumpy. They grow. It's a typical California type of golf course. So if you look at the past, the guys from California used to playing in that type of grass, the Po. You don't be surprised. They're going to continue to play well. We have a lot of California guys on our card that we'll talk about later on in the show. But it's not a bomber's paradise. There has to be some strategy there. You're going to see a lot of guys hit a lot of irons off the tees. And, it's going to be bumpy on the greens. There's going to be a lot of traffic, and the green speeds from the morning rounds to the afternoon rounds may change by a foot. So, the adjustments that these guys are going to have to do is going to be similar, maybe a little bit similar how they play Pebble Beach and they play, Torrey Pines, that type of grass, even though it's a little bit further south, especially Torrey. But you get those Po greens, and guys who used to putting that, the California guys, don't be surprised when they play well this week.
Exactly. Let's go ahead and get to our first break. We're going to come back on the other side and talk about some the odds. And the favorite here has maybe the most ridiculous odds I have ever seen in my life for a golf tournament, Johnny.
Yep.
We'll get into that on the other side. Today's show, as always, brought to you by Orion Golf Management Solutions. Head over to Orion Golf. Find out what they can do for you. If you own a golf facility, a driving range, a golf course, you run a muni, whatever you do with golf, they can help you out with staffing, with events, with catering, with merchandise, with F&B. They'll effing help you with your F&B, Johnny, over at Orion Golf. But head over to Orion Golf. Find out what they can do for you. Tell them Tim and Johnny sent you, and they might still help you if you admit to watching our show.
You've got a bet.
They sponsor. OrionGolf.com. Thank you, Orion Golf. We are Johnny and Tim, and we'll be back after this.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. And what is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That is Johnny Gerber. As we sit here and refresh our drinks in every single commercial break. Wish we could have more commercials because then we could have more drinks. But
well, we don't have to stop getting drinks. We got a bar here. We got a maid in here.
I need a waitress.
We got a bartender in there. We got everything in the Columbus studio.
You think Haley would come up here and be my bartender here in the studio for me?
No.
I bet she would if I asked her nice and paid her enough money.
No. Well, no.
Is that in our budget?
No.
The bartender? Brought to you by Tom's Town Distilling Company up in Kansas City, Missouri, by the way. We're out. But, man, their vodka is some of the best I have ever had.
It's good.
Up there at Tom's Town. And I've got just a little bit left of the bourbon. I'd like some more vodka. I'd like some more bourbon. And I'll tell you what, Johnny, if you can swing this, I would love to try some of their seltzers.
Okay, we can do that, but you're not allowed to go back in the distillery.
I am.
No, you're not. This was very.
Love me.
I told my guys at Tomstown that you were coming back to Kansas City. He was like, well, keep him south.
So for everyone that doesn't know, the one trip I took to the Tomstown Distilling Company with Johnny, right after I got off a plane, by the way, after the 18-hour flight from Dallas to Kansas City, I was jet lagged because of all the time changes. We get back to Johnny's apartment. So look. They do like a taste test of everything, right? They'll do the whole tour. We did the whole tour. It's an amazing facility. And then you get to try as they describe all of the stuff, and you sit there and they give you a little shot. Well, Johnny doesn't do shots.
Nope.
And that's how it's all presented is look, here's this, and it tastes like this because of this. So I would do my drink, and then Johnny would just very casually.
I didn't want to be rude.
Over in front of me. So I did double drinks of everything they gave us and then some because we were getting free drinks anyway at their big bar that they have downstairs, right inside the door off the street there. So we get back to Johnny's house, and we went a couple of other places after that. We went and had some wings.
How do you remember that?
Anyway, we get back to Johnny's place, and this was me. This was me at Johnny's place after my Tomstown tour.
And the fuzziness with his arm, that was him in the midst of falling. So it's not the blurriness on the camera.
I was trying to fly.
Yeah.
Because I thought I could fly, Johnny.
So great. You did fly.
Head over to toms-town.com. Find out what they can do for you. They are available for delivery in 40-plus United States of the states of America, in America. So head over there, find out if you are on the delivery schedule list situation, and get you some Tom's Town.
Great.
And then you, too, can end up like this after a night of frivolity with some Tom's Town.
Yeah, there's about 3 places you're not allowed to go. You did the same thing in Columbus. You're banned from places in Columbus.
You say I'm not allowed. I think what you really mean is they can't wait for me to come back because they have never seen a night quite like that.
Was that Spanish that I spoke? There's a big difference. How do you misconstrue you're not allowed to saying, yes, I'm cordially invited every time?
Mispronouncing it is the problem here.
Okay, I'm mispronouncing it. All right.
I think you are. Somebody else who mispronounces words quite a bit because he's uneducated. That would be, what was his name, Johnny? This guy that's really good at golf, allegedly. Is it? Yeah, that guy that allegedly is good at golf. He went to UTTU, so clearly he has no education.
Smart guy. Smart. Genius.
Johnny, he is 2-1 to win the Procore championship. I've never seen a golfer at 2-1. Like, I've seen 3-2. But, dude, come on.
That's ridiculous.
Why? It's dumb. I don't agree with it. I don't like it.
That's why he's never on our card. He's just never on our card. He just can't make any money yet. Like I said, if you guys want to be King Kong and pound on your chest saying you won because you picked Scotty Scheffler, fine. I would rather go spend my money and do something else with it than just walk down the street and say I won. No, we're not doing that.
Ridiculous.
We are not doing that. He hasn't been on our card all year.
It is made even more ridiculous by the fact that the next guy is at 16-1 in Justin Thomas. You go from 2-1 to 16-1.
And this is a full field. It's not like it's, it's not like the Tour Championship. You're only playing 30 guys or the playoffs where you got 50. No, this is a full field. It's ridiculous.
And, Justin Thomas kind of came on towards the end of the year. He was driving the ball much better in the last month of the season. He got a T7 at the Tour Championship. It was his first top 10 since June.
Yeah.
And, he's going to be working on some things. He's going to be fine-tuning his clubs a little bit ahead of the Ryder Cup. And this should be a really comfortable spot for him to do that. He's finished inside the top 10 in this tournament in his last 4 appearances, including a solo 5th, his last time out in 2023 as he was preparing for the Ryder Cup in 2023. So this is a good opportunity for Justin. And again, I'm not worried. I don't care how he plays in Napa this week. I'm still not worried about him at Bethpage Black.
He's the type of guy that he's very creative anyways when it comes to golf. He likes to shape the ball, likes to move his trajectories, but he's going to be working on a lot of golf shots.
Yeah.
And especially if he's not in contention, I think the first probably 27 holes, he's going to play regular golf to try to win the golf tournament. He wants that confidence to going into the Ryder Cup. But if he's a bit like Jordan Spieth, right? When it comes to that, is if they don't really think they have an opportunity to win, they're going to be working on different golf shots for the following week and potentially for that. So don't be surprised. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to miss the cut, but don't be surprised if Justin Thomas barely makes the cut. I'm not saying he will or won't. And then, doesn't have a chance to win and just hits driver everywhere just to get used to hitting driver next week. He is prepping for the future. If he doesn't care about finishing 30th. Trust me, he doesn't. He could care less about that. So if he doesn't have a chance to win, he's going to start to prepare himself, even though they do have next week to get up there to the Bethpage to do that. Don't be surprised if he just hits driver everywhere. And this isn't a great place to hit driver everywhere. Trust me, it's not. But don't be surprised if he does and has a little fun with it.
Sorry, John, I'm a little distracted right now because one of the 72 TVs in the studio right now is focused on Kentucky Wildcats versus I don't know who the other team is yet in women's college volleyball. Oh, it's Pitt. It's Pitt.
You love volleyball too.
I love
that's your favorite. That's your favorite.
Women's tennis, women's golf, and women's volleyball. I am on board. I am in.
That's your favorite.
I'm wondering what I got to do to get on the ESPN broadcast here for some women's volleyball.
What's that Jonas Brothers song? What a man got to do. What a man got to do.
I tell you one Jonas Brothers song.
They're from Dallas. You should know everything.
Care who they are?
Yes. Hey man, listen. Let me tell you something real quick.
So is Jessica Simpson.
Your tone of voice needs to get a little bit better. Just because I'm not in studio with you, don't mean.
Why do you know a Jonas Brothers song?
He's got a hot wife.
Who has a hot wife? They're like 12.
One of them. There's four brothers.
They're all 12.
I think Nick. No, they're not. They're grown men now.
No.
Yes, they are.
They're like Justin Bieber. They're like 12.
What's wrong with the Biebs?
Oh my God, Johnny. The only Jonas brother I've ever seen in anything was one of them was in the Jumanji movie with The Rock and
yeah, that's the brother that doesn't sing.
Gillum and
a
hot redheaded chick.
Well, there's one that doesn't sing that he's actually really funny. He's been in a bunch of movies. You didn't know. Most people don't know he's a Jonas brother because there's 4 of them.
It's probably smart on his part.
Yeah, but you know who he is. Everybody knows he's in a bunch of movies. He was in
was he in Star Wars?
Girl Next Door. He was in a bunch of stuff. Like he was
Oh, that long ago? That's an old movie. Oh wow. Yeah, they weren't even born yet when that movie came out.
Eliza Colbert or whatever, Colbert.
He's not a Jonas brother.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
What? Shut up.
Yes, there's 4 of them. There's only 3 of them that sing. And the other one was Yes. Jonas something. Last name's Jonas. Yo, I'm being
Is
serious. Yes. Yes. This
Wait
is
a
your
minute. You're blowing my mind here for a second.
No, I'm telling you,
Mexico.
it's check it out.
2000. His name's Emil Hirsch.
No, not him. He's another guy. He was one of
Oh,
the
not
other
the main
characters.
guy?
No.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
He was in Just Friends. He was in a bunch of stuff. He's like a comedian, like a goofball kid, but he's really funny. Yeah.
All right, I am looking through the entire cast. I am 4 rows in. I do not see a Jonas anywhere.
Hold on.
No, I'll get it. I'll find it. Let's see. Joe, we're doing this live on the air. Thank you
Yeah.
for fighting.
Yeah,
fiercely.
yeah. No,
Jonas
this is
brother in
Just Friends.
Just Friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
just telling you, it is.
Well, apparently that's a song by the Jonas Brothers in 2007. Because that's all
Ryan Reynolds.
No, I know the movie. Okay,
Yeah.
Which Jonas brother is Johnny talking the F about?
Yeah. I'm telling you. There's 4 of them.
Hey, I'm not. Yeah, I think you're making all this up.
I'm not making it up. Well, I'll get it at break. How about that? Let's get into some
Frankie Jonas?
Yes, that's it. Frankie Jonas.
I just saw an article said celebrating the forgotten Jonas brothers, so I clicked on it.
Yeah. Frankie Jonas. Yeah. You know who he is. He looks familiar. You know who he is.
No, I haven't seen a picture of him yet.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently he's on TikTok.
Yeah. Frankie Jonas. That's it.
Frankie Jonas.
Yeah.
I have never seen this dude before in my life.
Yes, you have. He's funny. Yes.
No, I need everybody watching the show right now to tell me if you have ever heard. Oh, look, dude, he was born in 2000. He was in like Just Friends when he was like 4.
They're all 26 years old. So what are you talking about?
Tell me that. Like I'm looking for an adult.
No, they're all around the same age.
You misled me grossly.
And this is your Entertainment Tonight talk on From the Rough.
Jonas Brothers. We spent way too much time on Jonas Brothers.
Well, they're from Dallas, so you got to grab.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're from Dallas.
Yeah. Are the Jonas Brothers?
Yes, they are.
It came up. The Google recommended they came up actually brothers.
All right, let's get into some golf. Let's get into the golf talk.
They were raised in Wyckoff, New Jersey.
No, they're from. They did all their stuff in Dallas, just like Frankie Jonas.
I don't think he's real. I think he made him up. Following Scotty Scheffler and Frankie Jonas, along with Justin Thomas at 16-1, Russell Henley at 18-1, your boy Patrick Cantlay at 18-1. Look, he needed a captain's pick to be on the Ryder Cup team, but I think he's playing well enough to have earned it. I didn't like him being picked just because I don't like him.
Yeah,
like at all.
But he's a good Ryder Cup player. I hate to say it, but he is. He is. And I don't. You know, everyone knows who watches the show, and you do. You know my feelings with Patrick Cantlay for just a lot of reasons. But for the Ryder Cup, he's proved himself. He's proved himself to play well in the Ryder Cup, and you compare him obviously Xander Schauffele with their record.
Yeah.
If there's any time I'm going to root for Patrick Cantlay, it's going to be during
the Ryder Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll sign some autographs maybe while he's up there, but
he won't.
His iron play last year I thought was the best it's ever been, like ever.
Yeah. We don't have to dive into.
No, we don't have to dive into.
Because I like him in 2 weeks doesn't mean we got to talk about him anymore.
Sam Burns 20-1, Cam Young 22-1, JJ Spawn 22-1, and your favorite golfer in the history of golfers, Colin Morikawa 25-1. Man, I don't get him.
This is actually a really good golf course. It's a really good golf course for him, though.
Sure.
This week, I mean, next 2 weeks, Bethpage isn't, but he's a California guy.
He struggled with the short game all year.
Well, okay, so go backwards. Seemingly, it seems like he struggled with his short game year because there was so much pressure on his short game because he hit it like dog turds all year.
He couldn't ever hit a green.
Yeah, so that's a little bit misconstrued in terms of that. But this is a really good. Don't be surprised if he plays well. California guy, used to putt and putt greens. Short golf course, doesn't have to, it's not going to be windy. He's the worst spin player on the PGA Tour. So don't be surprised if he does play well. But that doesn't mean, again, like we said at the beginning of the show, doesn't mean he's going to play well at Bethpage, because they're polar opposites what you want.
No, I don't like it at all. I don't need Colin Moore a coward anywhere near my golf.
He's going to wear out that rescue and 3-wood on some of these 4 pars at Bethpage in a couple weeks. I'm just telling you.
You think?
Yes.
He's going to need it.
They're going to play this. But this week he'll have a chance. He's not on our card just because, but don't be surprised if he does play well.
Do you want to know what I think of every time I think of Colin Moore a coward?
His wife?
That's what I think of right there.
Yeah, me too. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
He's unnecessary. That's the best word I'm going to use for him.
Yeah.
He's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Our buddy Ben Griffin at 25-1. Last year at this time, he came into the FedEx Cup fall. He had to play well to stay inside the FedEx Cup next 10. And now he comes in as a member of the Ryder Cup team. How a year changes your life, right?
Yeah. I mean, you look at a guy that just worked hard to get to where he was. Nothing was given to him. His story is documented in terms of, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he wasn't even playing golf.
Yeah.
So, his work ethic and where he came from to be on the Ryder Cup team now, I think he's going to play extremely well in the Ryder Cup, because I just don't think he's taking it for granted. And
absolutely.
I'm not saying Ben Griffin's going to fall off the face of the world, but he's probably thinking, man, I'm very fortunate to do this, and I don't know how many times I'm going to be on a Ryder Cup team. It's just what it is. So, don't be surprised if he plays well this week. We'll see how he plays this week. And again, like we said, playing well this week is not indicative of how they're going to play in a Ryder Cup.
Outside of a couple of tournaments this year, maybe the U.S. Open or the British Open and maybe the John Deere, he might have been the most consistent American player all year.
Yeah,
that's just
that was my observation. 3 times, which is very rare. Yeah, I mean, chance to win 3 times on the PGA Tour is very difficult. So, I mean, good for him. I think his added length certainly has helped him, being more successful on the PGA Tour, and that's just what it is. I mean, he gained 15 yards off the tee and shortened up his stuff. I don't think he made a lot of mistakes, and I like Ben Griffin.
Yeah, me too. And then finally in our odds, 28-1, Maverick McNeely to wrap things up. All right, last break of the show, and then we're coming back for everybody's favorite segment, the segment that makes you money. And that, of course, is Johnny's picks. And then the segment that makes you laugh occasionally, Tim's dartboard picks. And, of course, I do my dartboard picks first so Johnny can give us all a good laugh. We'll see the thumbs up.
I don't know who they are. I don't know what it is.
And he hasn't seen them yet. We do that on purpose so we get the live reaction of Johnny and his picks. Today's show, as always, also brought to you by Golf Central Magazine. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and sign up today. You just type your email address in there. Any one of your 5,000 email addresses, and I'm sure everybody has, just like me. Just type one of them in there. And then for free every month, coming up here, I think the new issue's coming out. The November or October issue's coming out here in a few days.
That's right.
Sent to your inbox for free. It's not just a golf magazine. It is the magazine for everything. Golf, philanthropy, lifestyle, food and beverage, travel, all of those good things contained in Golf Central Magazine. Head over there today. Tell them that Tim and Johnny sent you. We'll be back after this. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong thing.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka. Named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. And what is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. It is Preview Wednesday as we bring you the 2025 Procore Championship preview. Coming up, my dartboard picks and Johnny's winning picks to make you money here in the FedEx Cup Fall. Get warmed up for the regular season. Can't wait for it to happen. Brought to you, as always, by Turf Life, the company that celebrates work and play on the turf. Head over to turflifeclub.com as I try to remember in vain the website because
we haven't done golf for 2 weeks and you forget stuff already. What is?
I always remember that website because it changed and it hasn't changed in my brain yet. Turflifeclub.com. Head over there, get you a nice Turf Life sticker for the window of your Mercedes, Bentley, Jaguar. I don't make Jaguars anymore. Ferrari. Huh?
They don't?
No, Jaguar hadn't been around for like 3 years, 3 or 4 years. They rebranded it, and then it failed miserably, and since Ford sold it, they just went under.
That's what Frankie Jonas was driving. Jaguar.
Probably. He doesn't exist either, just like Jaguar doesn't exist anymore.
That's right. He's a forgotten.
Turflifeclub.com. Head over there and be a part of the club today, just like me and Johnny. Johnny's got those stickers all over his Mercedes.
I don't.
On every window.
I don't, but I have them everywhere else.
Turf Life, right there it was. It was right there on the screen for me. Great timing. All right, Johnny. So let's get into my dartboard picks as we wrap things up on a Preview Wednesday.
Here we go.
As we get our music here that everybody adores. One of these days I might change it. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go with We'll just stick with it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's not what we do. We do this. There it is.
The match game.
Almost forgot. Yeah, almost forgot what it was. So, Johnny, everybody knows you are the picker of choice. You are the handicapper. You are the guy that makes people money. But in the 5 years or so we've been doing this damn show, I picked up some tips from you.
I hope so.
And I listen intently to what you describe. And usually it's in one ear and out the other. That's what most people want. That's what they expect from me. But I have picked up a few pointers. So I, for fun, started doing my picks. And you thought they were so funny. You said you should do that every week.
Yeah, it's funny.
So I don't know. Going on the last 3 years or so, I've got my picks every week.
Okay. And I give you your accolades when you pick.
You do.
You know, that when you somewhat pick correctly.
Well, let's see if I get accolades this week, Johnny. As here are my dartboard picks for this week for the Procore Championship. Johnny.
Are you kidding me? What are you doing to me?
Hey, I did it first. What are you doing to you? That's what I'm saying. I always go backwards. So my top 20 at the very economical plus 260. Bo Hostler, Johnny. This with the way this field is set up, it's kind of hard to see someone emerging from back in the field. But if anybody's going to do it, it could be Hostler, I think.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
You didn't do this on purpose. I promise you did not. First off, when I say this, you picked actually smart 3 California guys.
Yeah.
You didn't do it on purpose.
No, I knew they're from California because they're playing in California. That was the first thing I ever learned from you. Pick guys that grew up playing on that type of course, that type of grass.
And when do you ever listen to me?
Well, I just listen to the show later. I'm not live, but when I listen to the show later, I hear what you say.
Okay. That's what I thought.
So Bo Hostler, look, he finished his 2025 campaign with a T4 at the Barracuda, T15 at the Wyndham. Red hot putter. He's been able to kind of mirror that in his annual trip to Napa, so we will see how he comes out. But he's my top 20. Not a lot of pressure at top 20. My top 10, Johnny, at plus 225, Maverick McNeely. He may have lacked a little consistency in 2025, but when he was feeling it, he made the most out of it. If there was a guy, if you want to call a guy the first guy left off of the Ryder Cup, I'm saying it was Maverick McNeely, the first guy out.
You ever notice he's been playing great ever since he broke up with Danielle Kang?
Absolutely. And
he's the richest guy on the PGA Tour. You know,
well, because of his family.
Yeah.
You ever notice that he broke up with Danielle Kang? I've been texting Danielle Kang.
Well, that's why your shows have been going to shit.
Just like golf games do. Just like
that's right. That's right.
Get you off of him and on me.
Careers go to hell when you hang out with Danielle Kang. How about that?
Hey, you know what? It might be worth it.
No, it's not.
I'm just saying. And my winner, Johnny, at 22-1. Not the best of odds for making money, but acceptable, I think, in a field like this. J.J. Spaun, one of the few high-end players to consistently make the trip to Napa. He arrives this year in the best form maybe of his career ever. He lost to Justin Rose just a few tournaments ago, won the U.S. Open. He could again thrive at Silverado, where he's got 3 top 26 finishes in the last 5 starts. He's accurate off the tee and one of the best iron players in the field. I think big things for J.J. Spaun. All right, grade the card.
B+.
Oh, all right. That's a thumbs up, right?
Yeah, I mean, your theory in terms of taking from, California guys getting used to putting the Poe, it's a big deal. And that is certainly one of our keys when we put in our formula in the equation to pick players, where they're from and putting the Poe. So yeah, I'll take that back. B. I'll give you a B because I don't want you to get arrogant and think the plus is worth something.
That's fair enough. Hey, if it's not an A,
B.
Actually, if it's not an F, I'm impressed with
myself. Just above average. I mean, you could have picked worse, so not bad.
I usually do. It's all
not
good.
Bad.
All right, Johnny. Well, let's get into Johnny's picks here for the 2025 Procore Championship. Tell us what you got, Johnny.
Yeah, we're looking to take, after a couple of weeks off, we need a little bit of a refresher. We had a kind of a low end of the year, but we still are 50, 10, and 5 for our matchups for the year.
Wow.
And just under $2,000 for net profit. So listen, it hasn't been a great year for us in terms of the monetary value of what you make, because we're usually around that $10,000 mark, but we still have a lot of golf left, guys. A lot of golf to make some money, match up with the Ryder Cup. But again, this card this week, Maverick McNeely, we got him at 20-1. Tim had him earlier at 28-1. I don't know where he found that, from what sports book he got, but if you're looking at our picks, we're going back to Bet US after a couple weeks using different odds from different sports book, but we are going back to Bet US. So I really like Maverick McNeely 20-1 for a lot of the reasons what Tim said. Obviously, California guy maybe feels a little bit slighted not getting on that Ryder Cup team, and maybe something to prove. And I like him in this spot. I do at 20-1. Kind of going free wheeling, maybe just give a little bit of FU to to the captain for not picking him, right? But 20-1, I like that spot. Eric Cole, 40-1, is our second pick in this week. Had a terrible year by his standards, but it's a golf course, even though he is a Florida guy, it is a golf course that sets up perfect for him. Doesn't hit a lot of foul balls. You're going to have to hit it straight. Length is not going to be an issue for this golf tournament. The ball is going to fly a long way. Maybe not getting used to putting those Poana greens, maybe late in the day. We'll see where he goes, but certainly a ball striker that fits this golf course. And that value at 40-1 coming off a year that wasn't great, I like him in this spot. Doug Gim, kind of similar situation at 60-1. Doug Gim showed some really good signs of winning golf tournaments last year and had some really good opportunities at 60-1, even though he's not really used to those Poana greens. 60-1, I like him. Here's a long shot, guys, and this is a long shot that I don't know why he's 75-1, but he fits the mold of exactly what I'm looking for, especially in this golf tournament. He is from New England, but he played at Stanford, used to Northern California, hits it far, complete underachiever in my mind as a young guy coming up on the PGA Tour. Look for really good things from Michael Thornbjornsson. 75-1, great value coming off a lackluster year again, a little bit like Eric Cole. Like him in this spot at 75-1. Two top tens as always. Joel Damon at plus 1,100 and Bo Hostler plus 600. California guy, Bo Hostler, Joel Damon, and West Coast guy. Again, These two guys are used to putting these Poa greens. This is the key to this golf tournament, getting used to putting Poa greens. Again, I'm going to say it 2 more times probably. Length is not going to be an issue for this golf course. Putting these Poa greens, getting used to it is the key. Like these guys in a spot. And 2 top 20s, Tom Hoagie at plus 300, and Tim's favorite, Taylor Montgomery, plus 475. I think Taylor Montgomery got humbled a little bit this year.
I shook my head so much when I figured out who this was.
He's played when the FedEx Cup was playing. He played Korn Ferry Tour. Had really success. I think he's got humbled. He wasn't healthy the past 18 months. This guy's got way too much talent. He's one of the best putters on the PGA Tour. I think he's going to have a bounce back year. No reason not to start here. I didn't like him to win. I just don't think he's been in that mix enough to really get it done. But to get a little jump start at plus 475, I like him. And you look at a guy like Tom Hoagie, plus 300 to finish in the top 20. Winner at Pebble Beach, playing on these small Poana greens. Shitty year last year for Tom Hoagie, but one of the best ball strikers still on the PGA Tour. Hits it straight, and as well as he putted and the success that he's had at Pebble Beach, I think it transitions well to these types of greens up in Northern California. So I like this card. Again, a lot more opportunities through the fall to really make some money. I know, again, we didn't have a great year for our standards, but we're still profitable, 50, 10, and 5 in our matchups. Looking forward to a great week.
And there you go. There are your winning picks. Make sure you pay attention over the weekend, Saturday morning, Sunday morning for the matchups. Johnny gave you his matchups record. It is not just impressive, it is incredible for you to make some money over the matchups. You can find those this weekend, Saturday morning, Sunday morning on our social media channels at J Gerber PGA Pro, at IndyCarTim, at FanStream. DFW is the network page here for FanStream Sports. And then over on Facebook, it'll be there as well under all of us and under Johnny's Instagram page and all of that. I'm trying to figure out a way to get those posted onto the normal website. Actually, I just, in my brain, as I said that, I just figured out how to do it. So you can also find Johnny's picks at fanstreamsports.com under one of the headlines on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, if we indeed do have the matchups.
With Frankie Jonas.
Frankie Jonas is probably already headed over to fanstreamsports.com for all of our great written content, our digital content for every team in all 3 of our regions. And he's probably over there too, listening to all of our great podcasts.
That's right.
Maybe not golf, but
he likes
he's
golf.
Definitely listening to the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show. I can guarantee you that.
Guaranteed.
By the way, coming up 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, it is a live Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show right here on FanStream Sports. You can find it on any of our YouTube channels for Ohio, Tampa Bay, Dallas, or at fanstreamsports.com right there on the homepage. is it'll be the featured video, as all of our live videos are at the new fanstreamsports.com. So you can find our great content live on the website whenever we go live. So a great feature of the new multi-million-dollar FanStream Sports website. And it's all for you guys. Without you, there's no us. But that is going to do it for me and Johnny today. We will be back on Monday with a recap Monday for the 2025 Procore Championship. Until then, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.